Hi guys, welcome back to English with Kiki Kung Junim. Nice to see you through this video. Okay, so today I'm back with the new lesson, which is author's purpose and tone. Okay, so before you watch the whole video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump right in. Go, go!
Author's purpose and tone. When the author's thinking about writing, they think about 1. Purpose, the reason why they're writing. 2. Audience, the specific intended person or group of people that they want to write to. Next, they think about reception, what they want the audience to do or think or understand. Will the audience accept what they have to say? And the last one is tone, the attitudes and emotions about a subject. All of these things really coincide with one another, but this video will be more focused on purpose and tone. What does tone mean, Mrs. Louis?
Hi Kiki. So tone is the attitude an author takes toward their subject and audience, or simply can be understood as the emotions the author has on their text. It is connected to mood, which refers to the emotions the audience feels when reading.
Mood versus tone. Mood and tone, they're linked together. Mood is the reader's reaction when reading the text, while tone is the author's attitude. Is it correct?
Yeah, it is. Good job, Kiki.
The keywords are shown in the red color. Let's take a look at the mood example. The park welcomed children. Laughter filled the air, and smiles were contagious. It was enjoyable. Laughter, smiles, contagious, and enjoyable. The author is clearly having a good time. How would make the reader feel happy as well to think about a memory when they went to the park and so on, even though that's not in the passage. A reader thinking back on their past with fondness. In comparison, in the second passage, we know that the author's tone is quiet, angry, and frustrated. The reader's mood might also be angry and frustrated. The author's words might the audience feel the same emotions that they feel. How to find tone?
I know.
Yeah, Katie, how to find tone?
So, the first one, you have to read between the lines and look for the word choice the author uses. And look for their examples, the way that they are telling their story, or look the way they're trying to persuade you to do or think or believe something.
Good job, Katie. Thanks. So now, let's practice. Our immigration policies serve wealthy corporations. Let me tell you who it does not serve. It does not serve you, working American people. Doesn't serve you. When politicians talk about immigration reform, they usually mean the following: amnesty, open borders, lower wages. Immigration reform should mean something else entirely. It should mean improvements to our laws and policies to make life better for you, our American citizens. So let's search the keywords. Doesn't serve, American citizens, improvements, you, lower wages. They are the keywords for this text. So now let's identify the word choice. You and American citizens. This politician talks directly to the audience. We have you many times. The author wants to show you that they are writing to that specific group of people. American citizens probably who agree with this point. Doesn't serve. It has repeated 3 times. It's negative and it's angry tone. and improvements. We also have should mean something else entirely, so the word improvements might be a little bit hopeful. So the result is, overall, our tone is angry, infuriated. Anger here might be stirred up on both sides of the mood of the audience. They might be turned toward the author or against the author. It's kind of depending on their things what we talk to the audience. So, there are the important points. An author chooses a specific tone to connect to their audience. The tone shows the author's feelings toward the subject. Look for clues in the author's word choice, examples, or descriptions to determine their tone. Tone connects to the mood, which is feelings an audience experiences while reading. And the last one, the audience, tone, and mood also connect to an author's purpose. Purpose is the reason they're writing. Now, let's talk about the author's purpose.
We don't write just because we can. Writing has a purpose. Every piece of text is written for a purpose.
We might be familiar with the memory device of PIE, P-I-E, which are persuade, inform, entertain, as a 3 categories of purpose.
For example, if you write an email to Mary, a close friend you haven't seen in a long time, your purpose probably is to inform her what's been going on in your life.
When your purpose is to inform, your goal is to teach, explain, clarify, share information, elaborate on a topic. Now, your friend Mary receives the information. She's the reader now. She realizes that you are sharing all this information, so Mary's goal is to learn it. You may often read informative passages in the textbooks, newspapers, journal articles, and so on. When you detect a passage is informative, your goal as a reader is to learn the information. For that, you need to pay attention to any definitions, explanations, illustration, examples, and so on.
Now, let's say, in the message, you tell Mary that you just got a new job selling vitamins.
You tell Mary how important it is to supplement your diet with vitamins. You tell her these are best on the market. Sneaky. Now, your purpose is to persuade. You use information not simply to inform, but to convince people change their opinion, or to change their point of view, or change their behavior.
When the writers write to persuade, they use the information to make a logical argument. They want you to reach their conclusion by the time you finish reading.
As a reader, when you detect persuasion, your job is to determine and evaluate the argument. Before you allow someone to change your belief, you want to make sure that they have a solid argument. You'll find persuasive passages in newspaper editorials, political speeches, advertisements, passages about controversial topics, and so forth.
Hi! Okay, so you can write to persuade, to inform, and to entertain. This is a novel entitled You. A novel about a couple who hated each other before. The writer wrote this to entertain.
When writers write to entertain, their goal is to tell a story or to tell a joke. They present information, but their main goal is not necessarily to teach or try to persuade you of anything. It's just something for you to appreciate, like reading poems too. When you detect the purpose is to entertain, You need to pay attention to literary devices such as the characters, the plot, the use of figurative language, what the message is or the moral of the story, and so on.
Sometimes, when you read a novel or a poem, you may learn something about the world. The writer may even have a message on a controversial topic.
The main purpose is not really to inform or to persuade. The primary purpose is still to entertain.
Okay, that's all for today's lesson. I hope you learned something from this video. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye bye.